Hey guys, I am back today with another products I regret buying video, and I have done one of these before. I will link that video in the description box below, but I try out so many products on my channel, and that way I can recommend amazing products to you guys. But as a result, I end up with products that just end up being duds for me that I regret buying or I'm disappointed by in some way. And honestly, I love all of the brands in today's video. It's just that these particular products didn't work for me, and just because they don't work for me, they may work for you. Everyone has different skin type, hair type, etc. So if you would like to see the products I have been disappointed by, then keep watching. So we're going to start out with the only hair care item in today's video, and it is 2 liters worth of regret. This is the Paul Mitchell Special Shampoo and the Special Conditioner. These have tea tree, lavender, and peppermint, and the purpose of these is to really kind of heal an itchy, dry scalp. And when I purchased these, I was dealing with that, and I tried the Paul Mitchell tea tree mask and really loved it, and I felt like it did a good job, but these are just too much for everyday use. They really weighed down my hair and made my scalp look so greasy. I just felt like these weren't right for my thin hair type. If you have thick hair, you may like these. I even tried to pawn them off on my fiance, and he found the same thing. He just couldn't use these either. So I'm probably going to share or pass these on to a friend or family member who might get better use out of these. And I always regret purchasing things in these liter bottles because I get so sick of them, and I like to kind of swap my shampoos in and out of my shower and switch it up so my hair doesn't get used to anything. Maybe you do that as well, but I just never enjoy purchasing things in this large of a package, and I just really didn't enjoy the product. This next regret is my most recent regret, and it's one that I will actually be returning to Target today. It is the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I have mine in the shade 20 Classic Ivory, and I hated this foundation. It looked so cakey. I have never had a foundation that applied so horribly. Around my nose, you could see all of the dry patches, and I had just exfoliated. Like, it emphasized things that weren't even there, and I found that this was light to medium, and it really just wasn't buildable. It did not cover any of my imperfections, and it just looked so heavy on my skin. I kept putting another layer on just to see if it would build, and it really wouldn't. I found that this was not hydrating at all. It just made my skin look super extra dry, and I moisturized, I used a primer, I tried several different things with this, and I just couldn't make it work. I noticed as well that it was sort of patchy in areas, like it had worn off unevenly, and it did not wear very long. I would not recommend this, and like I said, I'm going to be returning it. I hated it. My next regret is a primer from the drugstore, and I have been branching out and trying to find one from the drugstore that I love, and it's been really hard, and this is definitely a miss for me. This has a kind of swirl design, and it has a green tone to eliminate redness and a lavender tone to kind of brighten your skin, and I found that it really did nothing for me. It did not extend the wear of my makeup, it did not even out my skin tone, and if you are looking for a good green primer, you should definitely check out the Pure Minerals one or the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer in the green shade. I think those are amazing, but this one was just a dud. I did see that NYX just came out with a green primer, so I think I'm going to check that one out. And if you have a recommendation for me as well for a green primer, please leave that in the comments below, but this one just was pretty awful. My next 2 disappointing products are both liquid liners, and with me, I feel like they are either I love them, they're awesome, amazing, or I hate them. There's no in between, and these are both ones that I absolutely hated. The first was by CoverGirl, and it is their Intensify Me liner, and this one is such an odd design. It is a flat shape, and you can either use the flat side to get a thick line or the other side to get a very thin line. I found that this did not work very well. I didn't really like the unique design, and I felt like it was just super hard to remove. The end is not a pointed tip, and it's not felt tip, so it's really stiff and really hard to get that nice cat eye. I just felt like there are way better liners out there, and I would not recommend this one. The other liquid liner that was a miss for me is by the brand NYC, and it is their high definition liquid liner. And again, the tip of this is sort of like a felt tip, but it is not flexible at all. It's really stiff, and I found that it just sort of was hard to get a straight line. With that, it didn't move a lot, and it kind of skipped along my lash line and made it look sort of patchy. I would not recommend this one. If you were looking for a great drugstore liquid liner, I would try the Jessie's Girl one. That's my new favorite from the drugstore. And I also love the Stila Stay All Day liquid liner. That is my holy grail, but this one was just a miss. This next product is one that a lot of people love, and I have heard so many people raving about, and I tried it and it just really did nothing for my skin. It is the Pixi Glow Tonic Exfoliating Toner. This does have glycolic acid, aloe vera, and ginseng. I heard Tarte from the channel Glam Life Guru raving about this, and I knew I had to get my hands on this. This is only, how much? Let's see here. 3.4 ounces, and this was $15, so it was very pricey, and I just found that it didn't do anything. It did not brighten my skin. I didn't find that it was an amazing toner. It did smell really nice and it felt great on the skin, but other than that, I do not think it was worth the money, and I was just kind of disappointed by this. I felt like it was going to give me a radiant glow, and it really didn't do that. So I would not recommend this product, and I wouldn't repurchase. Those of you who follow me on Snapchat know that I am such a skincare junkie. I am always doing face masks. If you would like to follow me there, I will have that link down below. But I picked up the Sephora Creamy Night Mask, and this is for moisturizing and plumping. It does have hyaluronic acid in it, and this is right up my alley. I believe this was around $12, and when I saw it, I thought, like, maybe this could be the affordable alternative to the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud or my Origins Drink Up Intensive Mask, which I love so much. But this just really did not do much for my skin. I found that it wasn't super moisturizing, and it does smell really great, but I found that it just left my skin feeling really super tacky. It never dried down the whole way for me to really feel comfortable wearing it overnight, and I didn't notice any amazing results in the morning, and I just really would not recommend it or repurchase. The next product that I was really disappointed by is by Tarte, and it is their Maracuja Bronzing Serum. And luckily I only have the little bottle, so I'm not going to waste too much. But the reason I hate this is because it smells horrible. It is like the worst self-tanner smell you've ever smelled, and you're putting it directly on your face. And I found that the smell just lingered and lingered and lingered, and I couldn't get rid of it. I did try wearing this overnight, and it does add a nice color to your skin, but to me, it's just not worth it. I would not recommend this product. It was very moisturizing. I think it's the Maracuja oil with just some bronzing benefits, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would use something else instead of this, and it just smells awful. The last product that I regret buying is by SIbu Beauty, and it is the Seabuckthorn Hydrating Serum. And this is an all-natural line that I really do love, but this product for me was a miss. This is supposed to promote youthful skin, tone, and texture. It is supposed to naturally stimulate collagen production and even out and brighten your skin tone. And I found that honestly it did none of those things, and it is called a hydrating serum, but for me it was not hydrating at all. In fact, as soon as I put it on, I felt like, oh my goodness, I need moisturizer right away. It almost like sucked all the moisture out of my skin for some reason, which is really weird because normally when I put a hydrating serum on, I could almost skip moisturizer. I don't, but that was not the case for this one. And I found that the texture of this was so watery. I would put a pump onto the back of my hand, and by the time I went to apply it, it was running down my arm like crazy, and I just did not love the texture. I didn't think that this did anything, and it really wasn't worth the money. So that is it. Those are all of the products I regret buying. Please hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy my video and found it helpful. And let me know in the comments down below, what were the products that you regret buying? I am so curious. And please subscribe to my channel if you have not done that already. And I will see you guys next time.